That's easy. What are the best spring fragrances? The same as the best fragrances in general. Because you don't want to go so in detail that you think, okay, I'm wearing a black leather jacket, so now I have to wear an appropriate black leather jacket fragrance, and therefore miss the bigger picture of simply smelling fantastic because you want to smell like black leather with an intense oriental note. No, because rather a woman would like you to smell fresh and clean. So here we go with the best spring fragrances. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette, Paco Rabanne 1 Million, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male, Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, my fragrance Office for Men, Oud for Greatness, Musicology of the Rose, Versace Dylan Blue, La Nuit de l'Homme, and Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. I don't even have to look at the fragrance. One fragrance for the rest of my life is Office for Men. What would be yours? What would be your fragrance for the rest of your life? The only fragrance you would keep. I would keep a long-lasting, likable, and emotionally interesting fragrance. This one for me. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. I've got a few fragrances right here, and I will test them, but this is my favorite unique fragrance, La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. So sexy. So I will compare this unique fragrance, Majestic Vetiver, which is a very unusual, sexy, fresh fragrance. This one also, sexy, fresh Pacific Rock Moss, and this is the stronger version with the white label. And this one is Hasivat Nishane. This is not so unique, but still I want to check the performance of it. And this one is really interesting. Amber Fanatic by My Perfume Select. This is a great representation of one of the most expensive fragrance ingredients, ambergris, the whale puke thing. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. Good vibes, dancing, let's go. Best fragrances in front of me. This is in front of me, this is in front of me, and this is in front of me. Nishane Hasivat, huge compliment getter for men. La Nuit de l'Homme, the sexiest spicy fragrance for men. And La Vie est Belle, which means life is beautiful, by Lancôme, the best compliment fragrance for women. All right, check these 3 out. Great fragrances. Now it's time for some dancing. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. Good vibes. Boom, boom, bam, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, ba, 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 boom, cha, boom, cha. Here are the best fragrances for women, and La Vie est Belle is not one of them. Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, Viva la Juicy. Actually, I have to change my opinion on that. Let me change my opinion on that. Diesel Lavados Red, and then Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, Diesel Lavados Red, Jean Paul Gaultier Scandale, Rihanna Red Fleur, Night for Women, Oud for Greatness, Musicology, The Rose, the Ariana Grande Cloud, the Molecular One, and Dior Sauvage, Dior Fève Délicieuse. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. This is the best honey fragrance, and this is the best honey fragrance for men, for women. Scandal, sexy sweet honey. And this, Honey Oud by Montal, is a sexy, rich oud fragrance. It's a sexy honey oud fragrance, let's make it like that. And this one is really good. I even think received compliments for this. Wow, this is really good. If this would be my fragrance, I would be okay with that because it's the best at something. And so therefore I would release it. Check these two, Honey Oud and Scandale Jean Paul Gaultier. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. Some dancing, guys. This could be the best fragrance DNA ever created. And it's not my fragrance, and it's not Creed Aventus or Farina 1709. This is La Nuit de l'Homme, and it could be the best fragrance ever created. The harmony of bergamot, lavender, and cardamom is so good. It's crazy good. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. A broken fragrance bottle, no problem. And I call this video best broken fragrance bottle because I like the word best. But I also want to tell you that I don't recommend fragrances anymore that are an extension of the original one. So this is the original Eros, and they made a eau de parfum, or this a parfum. Why not simply have the first Eros already be the strongest and best smelling? Wow. And they can't give me a correct answer when I would ask these guys that. Because you want already the strongest, like my fragrances. I try to make them as strong as possible. No intense version needed. Except we would say 5 years later, more technology makes it possible to make an intense version. But I still would call it different. So buy the original first release. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. This one for the cheapies, Job Homme. I like Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette, medium price. And I like the fragrance of my brand, Date for Men, which has real oud from Laos in it. That makes this very long lasting. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. Some dancing. For the hormones. Have a good day, guys. The best fragrance brands are not Yves Saint Laurent, not Hermes, and not Paco Rabanne. I feel the best fragrance brands are my fragrances, Chanel fragrances, and Guerlain fragrances. My fragrances simply are the best fragrances. Chanel fragrances are the best status when you wear them, the high status fragrance brand. And Guerlain has the best heritage of fragrance manufacturing. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. My favorite winter fragrances are just the same as my favorite summer, spring, and fall fragrances. Always the top 10 best fragrances for men are the best everywhere. Because I rather wear Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette in the winter as Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb in the winter, because technically that Spice Bomb is better because it's spicy and sweet and winterish. But in reality, it's like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And the reality is, you can calculate and think, and this is the best for that, and this is the best for that. But I would rather stick to the best fragrances in general and also wear them in the winter time. So just look my recent videos, top 10 fragrances for men. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus. Great fragrances have this in common. They are long-lasting, likable, and edgy. Oh, is this the one that I like a lot from this brand? I don't know yet. So if you look at fragrances like Dior Sauvage, it's long-lasting, likable, but also edgy. Yes, this one is really good. Interestingly, this is the last fragrance I unboxed from this fragrance. Enchanted Wilderness by Jean Poivre. I like it. Let's do one more by The Palm. So this is called Sakan Dubai, and the fragrance is called the Palm. So long-lasting, likable, and edgy. If it's just long-lasting and edgy but smells not good, it's not good, right? If it's just likable and edgy, well, this one is my favorite from this brand. Nice, my two favorites from both. So this one is called the Palm. I'm the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus.